I'm Jennifer Angel. This is my horoscope overview for the week of May the 30th, the first week of June. So there is a lot going on this week. Some good, some bad, some positive, some negative. As usual, there's some pluses and minuses, but there's some great stuff as well. So let's go through it. We start the week off with a trine between Mercury, communication planet, and Pluto. This is a pretty powerful trine. Anything to do with Pluto has that sort of punch behind it, and it's in earth signs, and Mercury being the communication planet, and Mercury now finally out of retrograde. You can really start going ahead with discussions and anything that you've put on the back burner because it just didn't quite feel right or the timing wasn't right. So that can open up this week. So, watch for that. Then we do have the Sun in a square to Neptune. This sort of keeps everything real because Neptune can be a little bit sort of, let's say, fanciful, idealistic, which I love because, if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love that idealistic sort of feel, because I think if you can start from that point, then that's a very good point to start from, and then we inevitably have the compromises that comes with life. But with the Sun squaring Neptune, it does sort of balance things out a little bit, so you get that realism coming in and just balancing out that idealism. So in that sense, it's not too bad. Now we do have like a grand trine going on between Jupiter, Pluto, and the Moon too, just for a moment, because the Moon's very fast, but it's on the 2nd, so it's sort of like a real opportunity, right? There's that like moment of opportunity on the 2nd that is great to just reach out and put yourself out there. It's in earth signs, it's an earth trine, so once again it does help to ground things and bring it into reality. So that's like midweek, we're looking at the Thursday there. So that's a great time just to step up and let the world know who you are and what you're capable of. Then we do have an opposition between the Sun and Saturn. Now there are some squares this week, there are some trines. This opposition between the Sun and Saturn really is the one to sort of watch, because Saturn is limiting. The Sun, of course, is very powerful. Saturn is reality too, and Saturn can highlight any past behaviors. So if you've got some lessons there that you didn't learn, and it's presented again, and you go, oh, this is sort of looking familiar, it's time to have a closer look at that, okay? And it's also about authority. So if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, there's a good chance you're going to get caught out. So draw within the lines, and that's let's have a look when that is. It looks like it's on the 3rd. Sometimes with this plotting sheet that I put together myself, I've got that on Greenwich time, not local time here in USA, but of course I know people watch my videos all around the world, so the time is a little bit estimate sometimes, not far off though. All right, so moving on, then there's a square between Venus and Neptune, so Venus being the planet of love and money, so that helps to just sort of ground things and bring that back to reality as well. I mean, really a square is traditionally a hard aspect, but between Venus and Neptune, not so much. So I like that, as it does help to for you to get like a good picture of what's happening around particularly love and money, and depending on where that is affecting your particular house, and we'll go through that in a moment in the individual videos. The Sun will square Jupiter as well. But there is a full moon, and we've got the Venus squaring Jupiter as well. So even though these are squares, once again, they're soft squares, if there's such a thing. I don't think there is actually an astrological term as a soft square, but you get the picture. But right at this time, the very next day, on the 4th, we've got the new moon in Gemini. So, and the moon is very close to Venus as well. It's going to conjunct Venus, so it sort of helps to balance that out. So although when I first look at this chart, it's like, wow, there's a lot of squares and an opposition in this week, but it sort of balances it out, and I like it very much because as I said, it just helps to bring things back, ground them, and bring it into reality, so you know what it's a leveler, a balancer, so you know what's going on, and you know how you're going to move forward. So in this sense, I like this week, and certainly that it closes off there with that new moon. The new moon is always, lovely. It's in the sign of Gemini, so happy birthday, Gemini. And this makes it a little lighter and helps us just get in touch with information. Gemini likes to gather information, and that's always a good thing. As they say, knowledge is power. All right, so love and luck to you. I'll go ahead now and go through the individual reports. Okay, bye for now.